Our government has confirmed that aliens exist and the world seems overall unfazed. Here in Lake County, we are actually considered one of the UFO sighting hotspots. In this video, we are going to dive into some of these local stories as well as theories backing why this may be happening, as well as some of my own stories from growing up. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cheyenne Blue. I am a wine country realtor for Better Homes and Gardens. I talk about all things Lake County, as well as the surrounding areas of Lake County, the history, the local lore, and things along that nature. The topic is one that I have always been fascinated about. I mean, it makes sense that we would not be the only ones here in this universe. And growing up the way that I did, in the area that I did, there are so many people that talk about seeing these unexplainable objects in the sky. And it's not just these random people I'm hearing it from, it's people that I've grown up with, people that are credible, that they have no reason to make up these stories. And then actually when I was young, there was a sighting that happened for me as well, which I will tell you guys that story here soon. Many UFOs are found above and below water. Clear Lake is no exception. In fact, we have reports of UFO sightings going way back to 1947, the same year as the Roswell crash. One of the most recent sightings that you can actually find online was back in August of 2016 during the Clayton fire, where many of the residents reported seeing some sort of weird object flying in the sky. According to a report on the Strange Lake County Facebook page, one of the eyewitnesses said that this object, it moved slowly and then hovered as if it was observing the fire and then went up into the sky, leaving a trail of smoke. Another story back in 2014, which is a lot more gruesome, and if you guys are sensitive to anything to do with animals being hurt, then you're going to want to skip this part. In 2014, a Lucerne couple reported to an investigator that they saw a UFO back behind a house over on Foothill Drive. They stated as they watched the UFO, the object emitted green light going towards the ground. And then in a few seconds, they saw two tall insect-looking beings dressed in elaborate robes with wide shoulders slowly ascend to the UFO bathed in a green glow. Days later, the investigator went out to the area that the couple said they had seen the UFO, only to find a number of dead birds and small mammals, including a house cat that appeared to have been dissected. Several of the birds were missing their heads, which appeared to be surgically removed rather than ripped off or torn apart by an animal. These are just a couple of the examples of reported sightings here in Lake County. In fact, the sightings around here are so common that there was even a club created called the Flying Saucers Club, where people would come together and share their experiences. There are scientific reasons as to why we may get a lot of alien activity over here in Lake County. The first theory for these sightings would have to do with the lake, not only because it's a large body of water, but also because of the high mineral content, which a lot of people that believed in aliens in the past and have been researching them now believe that having the high mineral content would also affect the electromagnetic field, which would basically create a beacon for extraterrestrials to come out here. Additionally, because of Lake County's remoteness, we have very little light pollution. We have very little amount of people here, which would also be a draw for things that don't want to be seen. Your theory could have to do with the overall geology here in Lake County and the high levels of volcanic activity that we have here. In fact, some of the other areas that seem to have very high reports of UFO sightings also have high levels of geological activity, such as Mount Shasta here in Northern California. There are also some crazy stories as to why we have so many UFO sightings out here, including a secret government project in extraterrestrial colonization. That one's a little out there, but I mean, you never know. The world's a crazy place. While all these theories are very interesting to consider, there's no real concrete evidence to support any of it. Story that I know personally, a family member of mine, they were working out on a ranch for a friend of theirs. It was very late at night, and they saw this massive object slowly going through the sky. And she said that at first she thought, oh, well, maybe, I haven't gotten enough sleep because this looks really weird. And it was just this large, like, circular ship thing that had lights going around the outside of it. And she said that it slowly went over the property that she was on and then disappeared. To this day, she still has no idea what it was. She thought that maybe it was some sort of new aircraft that the government had been working on or something like that, but it was something that she never forgot about. And then when I was in elementary school, we were going on a field trip, and I remember someone pointing out that they saw a silver object in the sky. Now, I didn't see it myself. It was on the other side of the bus, but a bunch of the kids, they ran to the other side of the bus, and the other ones said that they saw it as well. One thing that is clear is UFO sightings have captured the imaginations of many in the area. Whether you believe in the existence of extraterrestrials or not, there's no denying that the idea of UFOs and alien encounters is fascinating to contemplate. Conclusion, it all remains a mystery. Could it really be alien sightings? Could it just be local wonder, local lore? Who knows? But it's an interesting story and an interesting thing to think about. What's your theory about this? Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in UFOs? Why do you think there's so many sightings here in Lake County? Feel free to comment below. Until next time, I hope you have a good one.